All right, so this is the day. Uh, Today is Wednesday, March the 19th, 2025. This is my garden. It looks terrible, but I got some action happening. I got some strawberries in here, a bunch of strawberries that I need to get into some soil. I just pulled them out of this bed. I want them out of this bed this year, so hopefully I'll be able to salvage some of these. They're still green, and strawberries are pretty hardy. That's some kale I just picked. That's like overwintered, super old kale. But I'm gonna fry it up and I'm gonna blanch it and freeze it. I'll probably harvest some of that too. So today I'm still not sure what I want. Well, actually, I'm gonna put pole beans in this bed. I need to build a trellis. I'm gonna use that bamboo over there, build a nice trellis. 6, probably 8 feet tall. I'm not quite sure of which design I'm going to use for the trellis, but I am going to build it. Over there, I'm not sure what I want to do. I may do a trellis, or I may do I may do more pole beans. I may do, I don't know. I might even grow a cannabis plant. Perhaps, that bed is beautiful, nice and fertile, and at that size it'll grow a huge cannabis plant. I might grow peppers, but most of those containers over there would be sufficient for peppers, so I don't know what I want to get in that soil, but I definitely am going to grow pole beans in this 8-foot bed here. That's my fire pit. I'm going to try to get some fire going. This is an aloe vera plant that I transplanted yesterday. I did not water it in. I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So, it was in a little small handheld size cup. So I put it here. This is potting soil. It's pretty cheap, just cheap potting soil. And I mixed in probably about 25% sand. If you probably can't tell, but there's a nice sandy mix in there. So that was recommended by the lady at the store that I bought this aloe vera from, which is a grocery store. So who knows if she knew what she was talking about. These are my blueberry plants. Yesterday I fed them compost. If you can see, you can kind of see there's a different color. Some of this compost is like dark, and then this is fresh. Some of this mulch is dark, and then this is fresh. Well, it's not fresh mulch. I've had it all winter. It's been decomposing in a pile, but I freshly put it here. So what I did was I just scraped back the mulch around the base of this plant, put a layer of compost there. I don't know, maybe an inch or so of compost, and then I put fresh mulch in that circle that I had just made around that. And my thinking is, if I continue to do that every time I feed it, then gradually the mulched area will widen and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the soil beneath it will continue to build more and more and more. So this is the least this is the blueberry plant that has the least growth on it. And you can see it coming in, it's budding. But for some reason it's growing slower than all the rest. I don't know why. Like if I come back, and this is the variety of this is they're all the same variety, which I know now was a mistake, but luckily these are self-pollinating, so technically you're supposed to have different varieties near each other so that they can pollinate each other, but from what I have researched, these are self-pollinating. These are sunshine blue. They taste really good. I had some last year. So you can see this guy is budding pretty well. But compared to, if you look at this one, she is having a good old time over here. Plenty of flowers starting to already form. And I did the same feeding process with her yesterday. I probably should move this trash can out of the way. She's not getting some sun. But I'll move this. Those are kale plants, and other kinds of greens. I'm gonna plant. I might just plant those. I don't know. I'm gonna get those in some soil. So I'm gonna transplant those pretty soon. This is my third blueberry plant. Again, you see she has a lot of buds and flowers on her. You may be able to see. Yeah, you can see. And then this is my blackberry plant, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought this was dead. I planted this last year. Has quite a bit of new growth. Oh wow, man, this thing's growing fast. This thing is growing so fast. Anyway, it has a lot of new growth. Cane-wise, these canes are growing. They're really shooting up. But I thought it was dead because every single, I don't know, it just looked dead to me. I'm not an expert, but I can see it starting to bud. So we'll see how that, or I guess, is that budding? I don't know, it's starting to grow leaves. So we'll see how this goes. But as I understand, the blueberries are super tough plant, so should be okay. I don't know. My dad said that he's never seen a blackberry plant die. Have I been saying blueberries? This one in the pot is a blackberry. I don't know if I've been saying blueberry this whole time. These are in the soil, and this is my fourth blueberry. She's doing really well too. Soil is blueberries in the ground, and then in this pot of blackberries, because I do not want this to spread, because I got plans for the rest of this real estate. So I fed her also yesterday, March the 18th. And then over here, I had, hey, get out of there. It's my dog. And then over here I have some garlic. I planted some garlic in the fall. I'm really excited about this. I don't know if this looks good or not. I mean, these new leaves look really happy. I don't know. You know, some of these have like these kind of dried yellow leaves. I'm not sure, but who knows? I'm not quite sure what's going on with this one. I only put one clove in the ground, but it has two stalks growing up. So I think you harvest this in the summertime, like late summertime. Garlic, it grows really slowly. So I planted it in November or so. It lasted, survived the winter, no problem. This is a fire ring that I got from Lowe's. And I'm not really too concerned with getting, of course I want to get good, nice big bulbs that I can eat. But really, the whole purpose of this is to get bulbs that I can plant next year. Like I don't like buying. It was expensive to buy these bulbs, and I think I bought seed garlic bulbs. I don't know. It's called like Red Russian garlic. Red Russian? Something red. I should have wrote it down. I gotta start writing stuff down. But anyway, they're doing well. They seem to be growing well. Like I can see good, healthy new growth coming in. This, I had them like mulched with a little bit of leaves. And this compost, this what looks like dirt is actually compost. And I just put this right on top of this. And actually I should probably mulch this. I'm gonna put some more leaves on top of here. From what I read, you want to avoid putting really heavy stuff on top of garlic because it like suppresses the bulbs and they don't get as big. So I chose to use leaves. Got a big old bale of leaves over there. That's like probably 5 by 5. That's another project I got going. It's leaves. It looks like a leaf bale, but under there is actually a stump, a big stump that's probably like probably like 4 feet in diameter. So that was already decomposing. So I'm hoping that the decomposition that's going on in that stump just starts to eat the leaves and I can get some good leaf mold. That is not for compost. That's intended to be leaf mold and also to be mulch. So this is my garlic bed. I guess it's a bed. Yeah, garlic bed. And I really need to mulch it so that this compost doesn't just dry out. I'll probably do that right now when I finish this video. And as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, the other thing about this bed that I want to point out is I filled this with in with soil in bed. It's called it's basically garden soil. I bought it, purchased it, but it's designed to go in the ground. It's not like potting soil. And there's nothing, this is an open bottom. Well, it might be obvious, maybe not, but there's nothing beneath there except for if you can see over here, I put chicken wire under there just to discourage the moles or the voles or whatever I have. I got a serious underground burrowing rodent population here in this area in my yard. But nonetheless, at the bottom of this, I had some firewood, and part of one of the pieces of firewood was a big, what I've heard referred to as a cookie, which is like a straight cross section of the tree itself. So it was probably, I look from the top, about this big around. It was almost the exact size of this fire ring. So that's sitting on the bottom. Number one, to take up space because I didn't quite have enough soil, but it's only up to about here. It's only a couple of inches tall. And of course, number two, I know over time it'll break down and it'll just become food for whatever's in here, to break down and become organic matter that will eventually decompose into food. So that's cool, but I'm not sure if the garlic is gonna like having a hard object that close to the bulbs. It's probably a good, I don't know, probably a good six inches away from the surface. So I don't know. So hopefully the bulbs will still grow to full size, even though they're very close to that hard, solid object. I don't know what to expect there, but I'm just putting that on record for when I do pull them up, so we can see, see if that was a good idea. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I really am just growing this garlic so that I can have free garlic cloves to plant in the future, because I want to grow a bed that size, maybe not that size, but I want to grow a lot of garlic in the future. Like I want to grow dozens of bulbs of garlic in the future, just because I'm really trying to focus on pest resistant. I'm trying to grow pest resistant vegetables. Just to make my life easier, and garlic's expensive, and this variety of garlic is supposed to be really strong flavor, red. Man, I'll look it up, and I'll remember that for next time. So there's that. Do I have anything else going on? I have that trellis over there. I think I'm gonna grow watermelons on there, and I have a bunch of these big old 55-gallon cans, and I'm gonna grow potatoes in those. Hopefully that's a good idea. Hopefully that'll work out. But I'm completely out of soil, bagged potting soil and in-ground soil, so I don't like spending a lot of money. That's all mulch over there, mulch from last year. So I don't. And that's cedar mulch. I was thinking about putting that between the beds, or like to make my rows, but I don't know, we'll see. I didn't even think about that. So that mulch over there, some of it's cedar and some of it is, was that a good idea? The fresh mulch that I put in, so the mulch that I scraped away was all mostly cedar, and then the fresh mulch that I put in was oak. So I don't know if that's gonna, I don't know. So now I got a mixed mulch. God, that's so goofy. Who knows? We'll see what happens. And I need to reinforce that side of the fence. My fence is made of all pallets. I think that I'm also growing. I think that the underside of this fence is the perfect environment for baby slugs. or for slugs to just go and hang out. So eventually I'm gonna change this fence to an all wire fence, like that rabbit wire over there. It'll be taller, you know. I'll get some of the 6 foot or the 5 foot stuff. So there's that. What else? I'm gonna go over here to my compost bin that I made, and I'm just documenting this stuff because it's easier than writing in a journal. It's about 1 o'clock right now. It's 1:30. That's my dog. So this is my compost bin. Get out of the way. Move. And I don't know, man. It's, you know, I got to use chicken wire. I need to put a front door on here. I'll back up a little bit. I'm gonna put a door here or something across the front. Those cinder blocks are there to eventually it'll be a 2-bin system. You can see over here I got supplies from, I'm not finished building this, but this is where I'm gonna start to put my kitchen scraps and garden scraps. I don't know, my trimmings and all my stuff that I pull up, weeds that I pull up. So anything that I prune is all going to go here. I did put a layer of cardboard down just because there was a lot of stuff growing. Like when I was just removing, there's just so many roots and stuff growing under here, so I do not want them to come up. I was talking to my dad, who is a master gardener, whatever that means, and he says that as long as I continuously turn this, the roots below shouldn't have a chance to grow up through there. But I'm also, just as an extra precaution, I went ahead and laid down some cardboard. I also hear that that's going to attract a lot of earthworms. And then I laid down some wood chips. Those are those oak wood chips. And I'm going to start throwing food scraps over there. I've been collecting food scraps in the kitchen. I'll start to throw those over there. Probably today. I was waiting for it to warm up for the temperature to break, as they say, so that the compost could get warm as quickly as possible. And then I have some compost that someone else gave me that I'm going to put here to introduce all of that life and microbacteria and all of those, the digesting organisms. And then I'll put the food scraps, so hopefully they can just immediately start to eat and start to compost. This is all made of reclaimed wood. You may be looking at it and say, hey man, there's a lot of extra wood here. That's decking board. All of this is either reclaimed stuff that I got out and about, or leftover scraps of wood from the deck that I built. Like all of these deck boards are leftover. So it may seem like I wasted a bunch of money and stuff, but Hey, yes ma'am. Smooch, go over there. Go, get out of the way. So, and then I put down a perimeter of, I laid the foundation this is just cinder blocks. I dug down a little bit, enough to get them level. Then I just packed dirt around them, and then I have this compost just sitting on top of this. Right now, it's not mounted or anything. Just gravity clamps. And I know you can't see very well, but this is more so for me than for you. I don't want to back up too much because this is one of my dog's favorite places to poop. But anyway, it's just sitting on top of there, and it's a mess over here, but whatever. I don't know if I'm going to put a roof on there. I probably will. I guess I should. I don't know. I've seen some stuff that says the sun is good for compost, and I've seen other stuff that said that you want, at least for storing finished compost, you don't want it to get continuously to be wet all the time. It doesn't get anaerobic. So that's that. And I think that's it. So yeah, this is March the 18th. Today is, March the 19th. And I'll do another one of these tomorrow. For today, I think the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get those seedlings into some of these pots with I have a little bit of soil. Oh, also, I got so much stuff all. This is kind of embarrassing. I got all this stuff all over my yard, but whatever. Also, I up potted this smooch. It's not about you. Okay, get out of the way. Move. This is a lady. No, this is a Don Juan rose. Yeah, got these big pretty flowers on it. They're huge. I had like one last year. And this is actually a climbing rose. I up potted this from a 3-gallon pot yesterday. I put it on these bricks so that it could have, I don't know, just so that it drains well. It's a climbing rose, so I got to get it somewhere where it's going to climb or have something to climb on. But for now, I just wanted to get it into some good soil, give it plenty of space so the roots can start to stretch out. You can see these leaves are opening up every day. These things open up. They're opening up fast too. I don't see any buds yet, but I'm just happy that it's surviving. I got this last winter. It sat outside over the winter, so that's cool. And I don't know if I'm going to leave it right there. I'm considering, right at the entrance of my garden, putting the cattle panel trellis, like that one, the way I have that, putting that here and just letting it go up and over, and then letting the roses climb up on that. But I don't know, because we have a lot of deer around here, so the deer just hop the fence. And I have a dog now. I didn't have a dog last year, so it might be a little bit different now that my dog is peeing all over the place. Hopefully they won't come in the yard. But last year, I mean, they would just come in and they would literally lay in this bed. I would wake up in the morning and like all of those tulips would just be smushed, like completely flattened in the shape of a deer. Like they just came over here and just laid down and just hung out there eating all the, it really kind of bothered me that they were just so comfortable in my yard. I have a fence. I got a full fence all the way around, so not that they don't care, of course. So anyway, that's my junkie garden. Those are my junkie plans. And we'll be back tomorrow with the next progress that was made. This is my journal. This is not really, I'm not trying to get views or anything. If people see it, that's cool. If you have any feedback, constructive criticism, tell me what I'm doing wrong or right. I really mostly care about what I'm doing wrong, so I can improve. But if there's anything you like that I'm doing, you can put a comment. But this is more so my way of journaling what's going on in my garden. So see you tomorrow or next time. Peace.